Hello everybody, welcome to CoachMePlus first webinar. Going through the new features, walkthrough, question and answers, everything all in one place, all in 30 minutes, get you in and out so you have what you need to know. The first section here is going to be the new features section. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you through a few different features that we've recently added here at CoachMePlus that can make your life a lot easier. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to check out the training tab and the schedule tab right inside Athlete Central. So if I go right here inside of Athlete Central, what I'm going to do is I'm going to see that I have my training groups right here, and I'm going to go to Cole Webinar. So if I'm looking at Cole here, I can see he has a bunch of different tabs right up here, but the two newest ones are the training tab and the schedule tab. First right here is the schedule tab. What we're going to do is we're going to do that, go right in, and then we're going to be able to see exactly what programs he has at the moment. So I can see he has the strength and conditioning program Monday through Friday and as well as Saturday, and it keeps going. So you can move forward, you can move backward, whatever you want to do. The nice part about this view is you can go to today, you can edit the day, or you can edit past days or future days. You can also add a program here as well and refresh this to see if any changes have been made in the process of doing so. So if there's multiple programs, they're going to show up all on a line here, and if they're completed, there's going to be a green check mark. If not, there's going to be an exclamation point here as well saying that this athlete has not completed that. So if I navigate on back to Athlete Central, I'll take you to the second tab, the training tab. So once an athlete has completed that training, you can actually go and review that training right inside the training tab inside Athlete Central. So if I let this load up for a second, I'm going to navigate on over, and then you'll be able to see that right here you can see a report of what an athlete has or has not done for their programming. So I can see I can change the date range, say I want to go back to Monday. I'm going to filter that on out, and then I'll be able to see exactly what they've done. So I have Monday right here, I can collapse this, Wednesday I can collapse that, or Friday I can see, okay, today he hasn't done anything yet, maybe I need to go instruct him to do that. The nice part about this is with this athlete programs button right here is I can navigate straight into the athlete's program itself and make any changes I want to. Also, I can use this print function right here, print that report out and see exactly what they've done right in paper form. So if you don't want to have it inside the platform here and you want to be able to hand this to somebody, you can do that right through the print button as well. So the second thing I'm going to bring you to is the different attachment types that we've added to the exercises inside of the program builder. So if I navigate home right here, is I can go into the program builder over here on the left hand side. Then once I get there, I'm going to go over into the library, and then my exercises and my full exercise list will load right on up here. So you might have the pre-existing CoachMePlus exercises, or you might have your own exercises here as well. What you're going to do is you're going to select create exercise or edit the exercise that you have, and you can select attachment. So you can select a previous attachment that you've already uploaded, whether it be an Excel file, a PDF, a video, whatever it might be, or you can upload a file right there. So traditionally it was always just a video file. Now you can add other types as well. On top of the actual file uploads themselves, you can also add a YouTube link. So any type of link to a video, whatever it might be, you can add that in there as well, and it'll navigate your athlete straight to where they need to be. If it is, of course, an attachment that you upload to the CoachMePlus system, you're able to view that video right inside of the platform itself. So when the athlete pulls this exercise up on their mobile phone device, whatever it might be, they'll be able to view that video right inside of that as well. So if I navigate on back, what I'm going to show you is one of the other new features that we've added inside of the program builder is a new way to copy the program days within a week. So if I take this, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy this real quick so I can have a new program. And then I can start fresh right there. So that's also a copy function as well in the system. So you can not only copy exercises, programs, but you can also copy program days within the system as well. So right here I can see all the program days that I have. So this goes through April. and it has the start date. I can sort the days right here if I wanted to, but I'm actually going to go up to the calendar. And what I'm going to do is maybe I want to extend this a week. So as you can see, as I scroll over here, I can copy these days. So if I want to copy this, I can copy it here, here, and here. And then I can select the paste option. So what that's going to do is it's going to replicate that particular day to those days moving forward. This is especially useful in the calendar view so that you can see it moving forward and you can move things around as needed. So I'm going to actually close on out of here, and then you can see it in the list as well. Monday, Wednesday, Friday has the same day that I copied from on Monday, April 16th right here. So just an easier way to copy your program days. The last new feature that I'm going to show you is actually through the app view. So if I navigate over here through the side menu, you can actually see what exactly you have going on for the day. But also at the same time, you have a couple different options in Manage Your Teams. So if I navigate right on in here, this is a whole section involving your athletes and what is going on with them on a daily basis. So in here, I can actually add a new athlete real quickly. So I can do that, fill out the form, go ahead, and I'm good to go. Then if I go back, I can actually go into their individual profiles and I can see exactly what's going on. So I can navigate to their dashboard page so I can see all the visuals and everything like that. I can navigate to their programs like we were just in the program builder, and I can edit what I need to edit there. Or I can view that schedule, that first component that I showed you inside the Athlete Central. I can actually view the schedule right here inside of Manage Your Teams. So not only is this available on the desktop, but it's also available right on your mobile device as well. So you can pull up the app, go to Manage Your Teams, and look at exactly what you need to look at on a daily basis. Also in here, you have the created athlete like before, but you also have the edit athlete. So maybe an athlete forgets their password or anything. You can go in here, set them a new password, send them a new welcome email, whatever it might be, and send that right on out and edit anything you might have to in their profile. So if Cole moved from the forwards group to the defense group, you can move them in here as well. Just a quick way on mobile inside of the application, but also on the desktop version to make changes and view things as necessary. So if I navigate back one more, the second component to this is the account section. And of course you can manage your users here as well. So everything like adding and removing athletes and also editing their account details, you can do right here. So those are some of the new features that we've added recently that might help you through your day, an easier process of doing everything that you want. The second section we're going to move to here is the product review. In the product review, I'm going to walk you through a few different steps of how to create some of the more simpler things inside of the system and how to make your life easier in the process of doing different things. So in this product review, I'm going to walk you through how to create a team and then also add those athletes to that team and how to do that whole process. So when I'm inside of my admin portal right here as a coach, what I'm going to first do is I'm going to set up my teams. So if I go right on down here to settings, organization, and training groups, I'm going to add my actual groups. So as I can see here, I have a few different groups already in here, but I'm actually going to add a new one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up into the upper right, select new. I'm going to select the CoachMePlus team. And child of, worry about that in 1 second, and I'm just going to save that real quick. So I save that on up, and then I go to cancel and back, and I can see that that group has been added to the list here. As you can see, there's these indented groups. So you have the stallions, and then you have the forwards, defensemen, goalies. That's what that child of the subgroup is for. What we're going to do is we're going to add another group, and we're going to make that a subgroup or a child of the CoachMePlus team. So a subgroup of the CoachMePlus team, maybe it's a basketball team, and maybe it's guards. So we're going to add that, make sure the child of is the team, and it's going to add it right in there. From there, I can add whatever athletes right to this group that I wanted, or I can go back and keep adding more and more groups. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to add a couple more just for this basketball team. So I have my guards, I have my forwards. Make that the CoachMePlus team and hit save. And then I have my forwards group. And lastly, I'm going to go to the centers. Make that a child of the team again and select save. So now when I go back, you're going to be able to see that I have my full team set up with my main team and then also my subgroups, my guards, forwards, and centers. They're all right here. There's no athletes in there at the moment, so right then I can delete, edit, whatever I want. If there's any athletes in those groups, I can actually remove them and then delete, but I can't delete the group without removing the athletes. So let's move this up in the order. I can promote or demote these in the order. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move that actually right on up to the top here. Just a couple more and we'll be there. And we're good to go. So now they're going to appear first in my Athlete Central layouts. So I can actually navigate on over there and you'll be able to see the groups. So I have my team, I have my subgroups right here, and as you can see I have no athletes. So what I'm going to do while I'm right here is I'm going to add those athletes right on in. So I have John Smith right here. He's my first athlete. I don't have a picture yet. I might do that later. I might do it at the moment, but I'm just going to leave that for now. I have my training group and I have my guards, forwards, and centers. Well, John's a forward. I'm going to add that right on in. And then I'm going to give him a position and jersey number. So if I give him a jersey number, and I'll actually see that I actually only have hockey positions in here. So I'll actually show you how to create those positions as well in just a second. And then I'm going to add an email address. johnsmith@coachmeplus.com and a username, John Smith. Okay. From there I have multiple options. I have actually 3 options that I can do here. I can set his password manually and keep that the same. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just manually type in his password, confirm it, and hit save. So we'll have that password, and he always will, and then he can log in every time with that exact password. One slight variation off of that would be the forced password change. So you can give him a one-time use password, where then he'll log into the system, and then he'll be forced to change his password upon first login. That's nice because then you won't have to be able to know his password. He'll know his password, and nobody else will. But lastly, if you don't want to deal with any passwords, giving them out, anything like that, if they have a valid email address, you can send them a welcome email right through the CoachMePlus system that will give them access to their profile. So it'll say, welcome to CoachMePlus. It'll have a link to download the mobile application to the Android or Apple device, whatever it might be. And then it'll also tell them their group code and how to access the actual system. From there, once they follow the link out of the email, they're going to be instructed to set their password. So, John, I'm going to just add that right on in, and I'm going to force password change because I'm going to give it to him, and then he's going to log in. So, as you can see, as I added John, he went right in this forwards group. So if I add another athlete, Joe here, I don't have another picture, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to add him to the guards. And I'm going to add the jersey number 19. Here we go. And he's got an email address. And he's got a username. So I have that right on in here. I'm not going to send him a welcome email, but I'm going to set his password and it's always going to be the same. Well, if I accidentally don't have the right passwords, what it's going to do is it's actually going to tell me that it's not the same. So I'm going to actually correct that, and then I'm good to go. I can hit save, and now Joe is in there. So Joe is right on in there. I have my team set up, but as I noticed, those positions aren't in there correctly. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to the home screen, and I'm going to go back into the settings, organization group, and I'm going to adjust the athlete positions. So from here I can edit, delete any of the ones that are already in there, or I can add new ones. So I'm just going to add a couple new ones in there. So I'm going to add an athlete position as guard. So I know, okay, Joe is a guard, and I'm going to hit save. And I'm going to do that for John as well. Boom, and we're good to go. We hit save, and now all our athletes have permissions. If I navigate back here into Athlete Central, say for example, John Smith, I made a mistake. He's not actually a forward, he's actually a center. Over here on the far right, you can go to the Account tab, adjust the training group he's in, and adjust the actual position he's in as well, and hit save. So right there, you've not only created your training groups, you've created your subgroups, you've created your athletes, but you've also edited an athlete's account as well. So that's just a brief walkthrough on how to set up your team, set up your athletes, and get rolling here in CoachMePlus in a quick and efficient way.